So what happens when you have a bunch of deer meat, you need it ground up? Well, enter the Sportsman's Valley 0.4 horsepower meat grinder I just got my hands on, and my brother, who is a meat grinding expert. And you're about to see in this video, we take a bunch of deer meat, we mix it with, basically do a 70-30 mix, 70% deer meat, 30% hamburger to add that fat content into the deer meat. We end up having this stuff the night after. Incredible spaghetti, right? But anyway, in this video, we're going to walk you through the step-by-step process on how to use a meat grinder effectively, doing this, and make sure you have one that can handle what you're doing. All right, so let's jump into it.
All right, here we go. Yours has sausage tubes to, what do they call them? Sausage extruder.
Okay. So
you put your casing over top of this, and then as it's pushing it, you got to like hold it, and then so you don't get air in your sausage. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But so this is for like big rope sausage, and then you could do little sticks and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Okay. And then to be able to clean your tubes, you go like that. Like you can do it aggressively and vigorously, or just do it nice.
All right. Well, Dan's out of the video now. What the hell is that?
This is to plunge your meat down the chute to grind it.
You can do a whole cow with this thing.
So this is your coarse cut. So you're going to run your cubes through on your coarse cut. As soon as you're done with your coarse cut, you can go to a finer cut, all depending if you feel that's what you want for burger, which if you're putting egg in it or whatever, or breadcrumbs, let's say for meatloaf, yeah, you want that more dense. Yeah, so you have that. This would be for when you're doing your sausage. So what that's doing is it's just mixing. It's like a mixer wheel. So,
I'm gonna wash some of this stuff up before we get started.
Yep.
So you have to take that off to put those attachments on.
So your auger's in here also. So it would pull,
help you pull it out,
your whole auger out. So this is how you. And this is your cutter. That's what's cutting against. Okay, so it's up against your auger. This is what's cutting on. You see what I mean?
Contact with the
That's your
plate.
So here, that goes on first. Blades up, flat up, because figure flat. The other way you can't do it. So you're just going to stick that in there, like so. And then this has a little groove there, so it sits in there nice. You see that? Mm-hmm. So then you're going to go like this up to be able to hold that tray wherever that got to.
He's washing it.
I'm washing it.
So you're going to want to wash this auger, blade, and cutter wheel. Yeah, so you're going to go flat side, tapered side's going to be towards the front.
I'm sure the instructions here say it too. We haven't.
Because you're going to want that. Here. Okay. It's quieter. Mm-hmm. You see where I'm going with that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna get that fed. Get that fed into where it's right there. There's your grinder cutter. You're gonna spin that until that drops right in there, just like that. That groove to groove. Mm-hmm. What do they say? That round object in a round peg, or whatever.
Square peg in a round hole.
Square peg in a round hole. Okay. Let's just start.
I was gonna say you probably need to spin that to get it in there, right?
There it is.
There you go. There it is.
Okay. Turn it. Lock it in.
How many bags do I have? 1, 2.
Okay, can I get the face?
I think I'm gonna cut that log into 5 things. And
Okay.
You said this here is for sausage.
Sausage. That is your sausage. It really all you're doing is mixing. Like, let's say you have 2 different kinds of
this
meat.
out of the way.
You're making sausage with venison, and you want to mix your venison with a percentage of ground sausage. So you're just using that as your mixer. So you're going to run it through several times to get your mix. Plus, you're adding seasoning to it. So that's mixing your seasoning and mixing your grind up to be the proper mixture.
Okay.
Okay, and we're ready.
All right, she looks good.
Let's hear her for the first time.
that was good.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
That's a great sound right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're gonna back this thing up a little bit. We're gonna get our sanitary tub. Get your beer glass out of the way.
Hey, that's
Necessary.
Bad that's bad words. Do not run grinder without meat in the grinder head. Well, we just tested it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put that meat in the grinder head.
We get a plastic bag to throw our garbage in.
Okay. So if you don't want it all over your hands, you can use your All right, are we ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
There it is, coming.
It does it.
It's definitely deer meat coming out.
So what you can do after
Is that pork?
No, it's burger.
Burger, it's
Yeah,
regular
I'm
burger.
gonna try and make it like 70-30% ratio.
So what you can do is we can add that sausage wheel and get it mixed together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just thought as we're grinding it, it'd be good to like put, you know, since I have 5 bags, I cut the log into five sections. Through it. That's
It's laughing at them.
You have your industrial stuff, and then you have your, we'll call it residential or customer, your average homeowner stuff. This is the perfect homeowner size, really.
That's why I went with this model, because I said, no, it's
The industrial was too much.
yeah. You don't need.
Like I
don't need the one that can go through the saw through, deer bone and everything else. I don't know what that is.
It was part of the plastic from the burger.
Oh.
So we got the bigger lemon because we're grinding to make dog food, and at that point, like I was at the understanding that you could feed dogs raw chicken bones, not cooked chicken bones. But my whole life, you're like, don't give a dog chicken bones. So we got a grinder big enough to grind the chicken bones, so I didn't have to worry about
turkey.
it. So we got the bigger one, and it takes a turkey leg. You get thighs, everything, like just like it's nothing. This is not as powerful, but I bet you if you got to the number 12 of this model,
Yeah.
you'd be going right through it too.
This is the lowest model. This is the lowest one. Look, we got number 8.
wow.
Imagine
You
if
said this is like what, 300?
it's like 290 or whatever.
Because
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna buy a grinder myself, and I was like, you see
You gotta
those?
spend the money and get the good ones.
Well, that's what I was saying. Remember the one we used to use your dad had? And it was like,
and what we would go through with that.
yeah.
That thing
like,
was small. That
You
thing
only
was
get
tiny.
and you know what?
And that's probably $100
And I'll say
bucks.
this.
So why not spend another 100?
I'll say this. There's 2 in the same.
Keep pushing some down in there.
2 in the same. It's a grinder and a slicer. Is what you're gonna spend the right.
Yeah,
To get
what
the
you
quality
need.
cuts or the quality grind, spend the money on a good slicer and or grinder.
It's grinding it right up though. I like it.
It doesn't like the pre-grinded burger.
It wants to gum it up.
Wants to gum up a little bit. I can feel it.
That's
And the
good.
sound
That's
of
good. It's already clumped together pretty
Yes.
hard.
Yeah.
But it's coming out of there good.
Yeah. Once it gets down in there.
I will say this. So your good grinders go by horsepower. Your crappy grinders go by watts. Oh, it's 1,000 watt. That does not mean, no, you want to go by horsepower. So when you see 3/4 horsepower or 0.4, this is the 0.4, that tells you everything you need to know. Don't go by watts, go by horsepower. That's game changer.
Well, just this here's only the 0.4 horsepower, and it is just chewing through
it
that
up.
deer.
Yep. Here's your coarse grind, and then we're gonna see what a fine grind does.
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
That thing's heavy, huh?
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's 20-some pounds
Okay.
because
I
I
dropped some in there.
weighed the first and then the 5 pounds.
And here we go.
Look at that. It's like spaghetti.
Now this is going to come out like your grocery store burger.
Yeah, that's nice.
This is how you can really make good patties. And do you have a burger press?
No.
So you can pre-make them is what I'm asking.
My dad has the Tupperware ones that I have used.
So now you're really kind of getting a good mix of that beef.
Yeah, because you can't even tell it anymore.
Yeah. And we can run the sausage mixer. We can run it through that. I don't really think it's going to do it any better than what this is.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good, unless you just want to do a little bit of it to see how it works.
That's perfect.
Just for your.
That looks perfect. Don't
I'm
it?
happy with this, but if you want to try for your aspect, we can try a little bit of it. But I'm pretty alright with the way it is here. This is awesome. I love it. Thanks, Mike, for bringing this up. Yeah, so you only gotta watch that.
So that is driving the auger.
So this here is a combination of what'd you say, Joey?
It's like 70-30. 70% burger or 70% venison and then 30% beef. So
Do you know what the lean of the beef was?
What are the quality?
20?
it was
90-10.
no, the other one, the fattest one. 70-30.
Oh.
70 something.
If you're grinding meat of any kind, if it's chicken, venison, elk, burger, or beef, so technically you want it in the freezer for a little bit. You want it semi-frozen. It cuts better, crisper, cleaner, and then even in your finer cut, it's more thawed, but it's still cool, and then also cooling your auger. But technically you want to have a semi-freeze on your meat when you're grinding.
Okay.
And that's true because
Just a slight freeze.
I
You don't
don't
want it
have,
frozen solid, but
I don't have a meat slicer, but when I slice my a roast to make jerky, if it's semi-frozen, it's
slice is great.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a semi-freeze is like there is like a fine window there. You overdo it, you're gonna need to let it thaw a little bit.
Salt
you know?
it, yeah.
But you're just trying to stiffen that meat up, and boy, she just cuts so nicely. And it helps your grinder out.
Yeah, when I can see it, if it's in there, it's going to clump up more if it's thawed out.
Absolutely.
Just like
You're
that
throwing
burger.
like let's say you just skinned the deer out, you brought it in, you start grinding it up. This grinder doesn't stand a chance. That meat's so warm, that fat's so warm, that fat is going to bind up in that auger so quick. Here's the true test, right? Look at that! Look at that! It's beautiful. Lord blessed us with a wonderful animal and some beautiful red meat. It don't get much better than that.
Now we're taking that off and just getting the last little bit out.
Yeah, so it's plastic. Plastic is not gonna. You don't even actually feel the auger paddles even at that level. See, you can see it's not even moving. But I'm just trying to get every ounce of that meat that I can out of there.
Take some of this off here. Help out.
Yeah, you can see it, it's still coming. So just
We really did. More than that.
more than that.
That you can buy.
But look how, see the fat gum and feel it. Feel the auger here, the metal. See how hot that is? That's why that's gumming up.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's why you want a cold start. Okay? It's exactly why you want to have a semi-frozen start. But look at that fat in that auger.
Nice.
Wow. Just solid fat in there. It's just sitting there gumming up. Eating up space.
That's why you have that pipe cleaner type thing to clean that stuff out.
I think
That was actually for the sausage tubers, yeah.
That just brings hot water through there. I think. You would think.
Gummed up pretty good. You probably need a butter knife in there to scrape some stuff out.
All
Right. So hope you liked the video. Really went over a lot of stuff there. My brother is fantastic with that. You can see everything we did with the grinder, all the ins and outs, all the key things you need to know to be successful for that. So if you liked the video, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'd love to have you back for more videos. And until then, we'll see you next time.